The English department faculty are among the most distinguished in the school and indeed the university. We have several rich areas of research going on in our department. This includes the collaborative research going on in ICIC, which is the International Center for Intercultural Communication.
My area of expertise is not just in writing studies and not just in literacy studies, but in digital literacy studies. So digital literacy, that comes up in my scholarship in a variety of ways. One of the big projects I'm working on right now is actually collaborative with folks from the International Center for Intercultural Communication and from the VA and the School of Informatics. And what we're doing is working on a patient information portal for cancer patients.
For quite some time, my primary interest has been in the intersections of oppression and language. I've done a lot of work on language use in groups that have experienced oppression over a long period of time. I was interested in, does speaking a language that's devalued by a dominant group lead to marginalization of that language and a lack of awareness? What I found is that, yeah, indeed that's true, but the language spoken within oppressed communities often becomes a source of empowerment and a source of pride.
My own interests in research and writing relate to a couple of different strands. One is language diversity in the teaching of writing. So language nowadays is made up of many different dialects and versions of English. People from all over the world are here in the United States, and so it's interesting as a teacher of writing to understand how that affects what we do in a writing classroom.
My own work over the years has been on gender. What got me started in this profession was a book on male stars and how they signify masculinity in various ways.
My area of expertise happens to be Caribbean literature. I'm looking at women and how they're represented in Caribbean literature and Caribbean culture. Looking more specifically at women and sexuality and looking at women who would typically be considered deviant and what that means, and women who are aware of their sexuality in a way that we haven't traditionally been able to talk about.